Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Easy runs, easy wins, better ingredients, better pizza. Okay, well, you know what? 8K12QX3B with, Gish, Tiny Planet. You know, it's a sad run when you have Tiny Planet, and yet your rate of fire is 15. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's not like this run is beyond saving, because again, you know, I'm not sure if you've been watching the other save file, but if you're not, you should be, because you know, it's my job and my source of income. But like beyond that, some good episodes over there, and I told you, I don't lose. This helps only a little bit. What I want to see is there any mythical item in this game? Oh, it's like the perfect test. Which one of these is better? I don't know. Is there an item in this game where, you know, if you just shoot anything that gets hit by a tier dies? The answer is yes. There's many. Ipecac would be dangerous but work. Brimstone Mom's Knife, Tech X. Got a long way to go. Couple floors at least before we start considering that, but hey, so far so decent. Sort of. By sort of, I mean like, not really. Also, come on. As long as we're getting our negativity out of the way right off the bat here. Burning Basement, Curse of the Dark, what is it, like 2015? You're insulting me here. So I'm gonna definitely end up using some bombs on this fight, because I absolutely hate fighting the Haunt early on with terrible damage. We're gonna make it through it though. I don't know if you've noticed, but I was just about to say we've taken 0 damage. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're gonna get Magic Mush from this fight. Please, Karma. Working both ways. Decent. Decent. We're lucky, well, that was not so good, but we're lucky we're able to use bombs. You know, if we were in a situation where our HP were worse, as ridiculous as it sounds, we wouldn't be able to use bombs because we'd be saving them for Tinted Rocks, probably. But we have more than enough Spirit Hearts, thanks to our starting HP and also Old Bandage. Please, there we go. And Meat is at least a damage up, to a modest extent, to a permanent end. No keys. No arcade on this floor either. Well, probably. I did see the Tinted Rock, don't forget. It's like a Slay the Spire energy situation, okay? Like, not all Tinted Rocks. You know, they say Wayne Gretzky and Michael Scott said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Well, I wouldn't say I've been missing them, Wayne. I don't have any bombs. You know, you can miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I'll tell you what, if I don't have a hockey stick, I'm going to be missing 100% of the shots I do take. So I got to get myself a hockey stick, and by that I mean a bomb. Look, it's not the best metaphor I've ever had, but I'm working on it, and I appreciate you giving me a little bit of help here, Sean Avery. Now, if you could just get close enough to thank you. Dude, the battery charges are incredibly generous. Thank you so much for your help. Now it's like a Faustian dilemma. Do I use, and I think I will take this, because I'm going to shoot so many poops by accident. We might as well get some benefit out of them. Do I use the white pony on these rooms just because they're a little annoying? Or do I, you know, hold back, save it for a potential boss fighty situation? I think you know the answer to that question. In an intellectual sense, from a Northernlional sense, I don't know. Sure, okay. I probably shouldn't have walked into the fire, but let's just pretend that didn't happen. So, 2 Spirit Hearts is nice. Please just walk into the fire. You gotta be creative in situations like this. You know, if we get a key, we're probably better off using it on the shop. Because I think our financial situation is gonna be conducive to that. How did you... I wasn't even shooting at you. It's like the one I'm shooting towards is less likely to die. Now, if you really want to screw up your brain, the one I'm shooting towards is actually the one I'm shooting away from, but, you know, I digress. It's probably a second secret room down there. Obviously, this is our boss fight. I see another key. Now that I see another key, it's very simple. We're going to come in here, see what we got going on, and nothing doing just yet. I'm going to take the briefest of brief opportunities. Hope for financial and fiduciary recompense from one of these fecal colonies, and you know what? I love it. Easy money. We have to go back and get the other key. It turns out the existence of a key on the level doesn't mean you open all the doors for free. You actually have to go and grab the key. I know it's a foreign concept. Let me out. I don't know what I'm hoping. Even the quarter might be enough to give us a little, like a leg to stand on here, but we'll see. I don't know about this one so much, to be honest. And it's the Lover's card, so pretty much a waste. Rib of Greed, not necessary. More like Rip Greed, because I ain't gonna see you. For a floor, at least. Alright. Very, very much banking on an incredible deal with the devil. HP exists. It's good. Don't get me wrong here. This is not a bad deal with the devil. It would be better if we could shoot, for example, like out of our face in a straight angle. But, being able to only have to hit things a few times, you know, it's a bonus. Sort of. You know what would actually be a way for us to circumvent the problem of this run? Get over it, stop complaining? Okay, who asked you? Dan. What would actually be a way for us to get over it would be... Ooh, excuse me again, sir. If we picked up an Incubus. You know, we got good damage, Incubus could carry us, and then any damage we did with our own tiers would just be a bonus. Man, I hate those guys. You probably should not have charged directly into them. Beautiful. As beautiful as very clumsily killing basic enemies can be, at least. Other ways out for us that are non-conventional, non-brimstone, non-mom's knife examples. Absolutely would not mind picking up 99 bombs, for example. Thank you so much. You're doing a great job. Ew. So I'm going to be weird. And I'm going to use Sacrificial Altar to sacrifice Dark Bomb. Oh my god. We got Incubus, and we got Piercing Shots. That's real nice. Although, I'm a fool. Oh no. Incubus is firing shots in a circle as well. And now our rate of fire has been compromised by Death's Touch, but it should still be worth it, but it's not quite the slam dunk that I thought it would be. I don't know why I thought that Incubus would just shoot straight. Wishful thinking, I guess. Well, we should explore. You know, we have an obligation to ourselves and to all the little Hulkamaniacs out there. Do a little exploration in this floor before we leave because we're frustrated at our key situation. And that's okay. Guppy's head. Ah, but would I mean, it's not Guppy's head. I was just spitballing that Guppy's head would be useful for us. You guys didn't pick up on that from my internal monologue, huh? You don't have access to my thoughts? News to me. Prove that you're not telepathic by telling me what I'm not thinking about right now. If you said, please give me a key, I'm sorry, you're incorrect. That's what I was thinking about. But we also willed it into existence, so I'm not that disappointed. This has item room written all over it for now. You know what? The moon. I think I will use the moon. But now the shop is available, and I don't know. I feel like we've had 4 or 5 runs in a row where I haven't been that impressed with the item rooms. The item rooms I've been like 50-50 on. So you know what? Gambler's fallacy, more like gambler's statistically sound line of reasoning. We're due for something good. Told you. Could we go back in time and stop ourselves from getting that terrible item? I don't know. We're in like a kind of the Marvel universe now, and I don't really know how to follow that up, to be honest with you. Could the troll engine make a run so trolly that it itself could not beat itself? I do not know. Okay, not a second secret room. Weirdly enough, we're ahead of schedule. I think we owe that pretty much entirely to White Pony. We're out of red hearts, which I guess that makes sense because we did take Abaddon. Sure, fair enough. Well, where do we go from here? It's a very, very good question. With 28 cents, I'm hoping that we'll go shopping. Maybe, you know what would be killer on this run? I guarantee we've had it, but it's like I'm at a loss for it right now. Tractor beam? I would settle for, you know, just a prodigious amount of tiers upgrades. But I wouldn't mind tractor beam, I think. You know what? I refuse to take damage due to the inequities of this room. I'm not gonna let you make me a victim. Instead, we were able to get out of there, and we do have 2 keys. Let's explore a little bit before what is likely to be our boss room. We won some pretty nasty Eden runs before. I'm not gonna let a run on which I have 8.36 damage get me down. You know, that's a very positive situation most of the time. The Emperor, also a good card. This run is like the jock in elementary school that, you know, kicked sand in your face and stole your girl. Mix some metaphors a little bit. You didn't have an elementary school jock? Played on the school kickball team? Always using the good pencil crayons before you could get to them? That's right, Tim. I remember. I haven't forgotten. How's life at Best Buy? Now that's just rude. Stars card. Maybe for the next floor. I don't know. The thing is, like... Grab this real quick. White Pony is our best dedicated source of damage right now. But the Crystal Ball is... Ugh. The Crystal Ball is also really, really good. Here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna see. Like, if we beat the odds and get a deal with the devil here... We'll see how life looks after that. We might... Like, the Crystal Ball, if I can do damage more readily, give me the Crystal Ball, you know? The utility in being able to see where we're going, generate Spirit Hearts and cards, it's worth a ton. If we don't get more dedicated damage, or just, you know, more damage in general... Hey, it's kind of open to teleport out of here before taking damage, if you don't mind. If you just let me pick these... Okay, see you later. Carrion Queen! Very fair spawn. I respect that about you. Thank you for spawning right next to the door. Maybe I'm just being overly nitpicky. The damage on this run actually seems pretty good right now. Ooh, I mean, obviously we're gonna take. And then, I mean, we did ask for Guppy's head. I think we're gonna go Goat head, but not Guppy's head. And I feel like I would be like a Class A trader if I left behind White Pony right now. After all the positive things it's done, I'm looking for a Balls of Steel. Ooh, health up is also fine. Lockdown, kind of annoying. Pretty Fly is amazing. Another lockdown. Might as well take Infested. Might as well wait for the red poop to come back and then take Infested again. What a genius. Now, why are we happy with the health upgrade? Well, you know, it turns out health is an important stat, but also, we could take the Guppy item without losing 3 Spirit Hearts. Serves a couple of benefits, the big one being that we would be one step closer to the Guppy transformation. Probably not worth it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Which is a pretty high correlation to success. We can get that Guppy transformation working with you. So we're going to come in here. Grab this. Use it. Pop down to the next floor. You know what's going to happen. Stars card. Into the item room. Tractor beam. Personally guarantee 100%. Told you. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Shot speed is not worth nothing. It's worth slightly, very, very, very slightly more than nothing. Depending on who's asking. It might not be the most useless stat in the game. It depends how I feel about luck on any given run. You know what? I told you, I'm not going to let myself be made a victim here. That is a tinted rock. One of these days, small rock is going to exist, and we'll be very happy to have it for our rate of fire decrease, I think. I can't keep it straight mentally. It's like, Is small rock a rate of fire and speed decrease, or is it just a speed decrease? And is it... It might be a rate of firing. It does something to your rate of fire that I'm not 100% convinced of. You know, all I know is the sound it makes when it takes a silkworm's life. Any day now. Any day now. Thank you. You're not gonna believe this. Like, it's embarrassing for me to admit. It's like I'm on intervention or something like that. But temporarily, I did consider using the white pony to kill 2 bomb flies. And it's, you know, I'm not proud of it. This run just makes you feel powerless, man. Despite the fact that we have 8.36 damage, which is actually really good. So we have Empress and Devil. You know, by any other name, they would sound so sweet, and also pretty much the same as one another. Same use case, at least. I feel like we also might benefit from a range upgrade, as weird as it sounds. Like, get the shots that I'm shooting away from me a little further. I think that's how it works here. And, that way, we're less likely to take damage from enemies that shoot. Or enemies that jump, like a irregular distance, such as these guys, for example. Dude, I think we're actually supposed to be shooting in the direction of our enemies. At the distance we're standing, I think it's the right way to do it. Even though it flies in the face of conventional wisdom. Thank you, Deal with the Devil, and thank you, Synth Oil. And now we gotta think... You don't get the passive benefit, and it pains me. Like, if Void... We gotta go to the shop. If Void sucking up White Pony gave you a passive ability to fly, which I'm like 99% sure it doesn't, Wayne Gretzky's favorite number, I might be able to justify it, but for now, Void is, it's a beautifully balanced item, in my opinion, but it just doesn't work for us right here. Another health up, lovely. Probably save that for our next Deal with the Devil. Which is, again, guaranteed. I would like a teleport card, but I would really like Cricket's Head. Okay, Bob's Rotten Head. It's a head of a different variety. You know, there's a difference between being the head of a major corporation and being a head of lettuce. Personally, I'll take the head of the lettuce. Except I'm on keto, so I can only have 2 leaves. This one belongs in a salad. That's what I said now. This one was part of a parody ballad. We should check. And it makes me look like a fool. Blue Candle. You know how I feel about Blue Candle. But, you know, we're making a lot of these videos. Sometimes it pays to have something to fill 45 seconds of airtime. I don't think we want anything else. I mean, we didn't even really want Death's List, but to keep ourselves kind of like... It's like taking a vitamin once a day. You take a Deal with the Devil once per floor, all of a sudden you got permanent Polaroid invincibility before you even know what's happening. I just think that Blue Candle... It's kind of... If you need to, you know, break in case of emergency to get some damage done, cool. No worries. But apart from that, it's just kind of like... You're opting out of the run. You know, you're saying, I'm just going to hit the spacebar, kill all enemies. Many, many, many situations in which I've done that. But I am, I'm choosing a different path here, for now. So we did get 1 key back. I don't really want to accidentally crash into these fires, so I'm going to let you do what you do. And I thank you. I might take Shoop to Whoop, honestly, even though everything that... Okay, there it is. Everything that I said negative about Blue Candle absolutely applies to Shoop to Whoop, except we can't just hit spacebar and ignore all our problems until we get 9 volt. Once every 2 rooms, we gotta handle it as if it's a traditional run. But we're pulling out of this one now. It's looking good. I mean, pulling out like you know, like a crashing airplane pulls out of a tailspin. I don't mean in a gross way or a cool way, depending on your perspective. You know, it's like when a helicopter's going down and then the pilot saves it. Are they called a pilot in a helicopter? Probably, yeah. And then the passengers go, whoa, that pilot's pullout game is really strong. It's just a normal thing that people say. It's not weird. At all. You're the weird one, if you think it's weird. Please! And after all that, you gave me spiders. And then you gave me bomb bag, which I'm a little bit happier with, but still. You know, Death's List is kind of a struggle at the best of times. To then combine it with an inability to really shoot straight. Oh, I almost got myself painted into a corner like Jughead mopping the kitchen in an Archie comic. Okay, this guy, amazing. This guy, he's done it. A spear at heart we can't access, but also explosion immunity. Much like Richard Nixon was rendered immune after the appointment of President Gerald Ford and his presidential pardon to avoid the consequences of being an instrumental part of the Watergate scandal. Not that I'm still bitter or anything like that. Okay, be destroyed. Worth it if I kill you first. I told you. This time it was a nickel we can't get. Don't forget about Abel. Who said that? Was that Abel that said that? It must be. It's the only person who cares. I don't even want to see Boss Rush. What I want to see is a teleport card that will get me out of Boss Rush, and I did not see it. So we're going to give up on that for the time being. And that's, I think, an extremely good thing. Spend your time on the shop instead. Dude, I love these rooms with, like, 2 enemies and then a bunch of, like, things we can't even attack. And I'm not being facetious. It makes Death's List a lot easier to actually get going here. Sure, Infested, you know, exists, and, I mean, I don't really care about anything else on this room for now, so I'll just get out of here and briefly become a resident of Malibu, California. You know? Let's check. I believe. I believe that we can orphan a bunch of turrets there. Live out their days in existential Enway. Onway? That is a tinted rock. Easy room to get Death's List to work. All I have to do is kill Mom first. You know, it's not built for every room. I forgot you can't hurt me because I'm immune to explosions. Alright. Big money. Big money. No whammies. I would describe this as not being a whammy. I think duality, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that this is, I mean, I'm taking deals with the devil, you know? I need something straightforward. What do you mean, NL? Like a damage upgrade or something like that? A statistical improvement? No, I need something that shoots straight forward. Straight ahead of me in the forward direction. That's what I mean by straightforward. It's almost as if this bit was constructed to be deliberately ambiguous for that dynamic punchline. Oh, good. Devil and Empress. The classic 1-2 combination. It's like a hamburger and french fries and a soda. Or a steak and mashed potatoes and a side of, you know, mixed vegetables. All good combos come in 3s, dude. Star Wars trilogy. Matrix trilogy. All good things. Dude, there's a trailer out right now for a movie starring Keanu Reeves, and it's not John Wick. I'm not even gonna peep those right now. It's called Destination Wedding. Stars, did I say it stars John Wick? It stars Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder. And I watched the trailer, and I gotta be honest with you, for the first, well, I mean the first 2.5 minutes, which is the entire runtime of the trailer, I thought that it was viral marketing for the 3rd John Wick movie. And I was like, these guys are geniuses. Like, at some point, the other shoe is gonna drop, like Winona Ryder's gonna get killed, and then they're gonna be like, you know, he tried to get out. John Wick 3, coming May 17th, 2019. But it's just a straight up movie in which Keanu Reeves plays a character indistinguishable from John Wick, except he's not actually murdering people. I think I might have to go see it. It probably is not gonna stay in theaters very long. But I admire the oh, let's go. I admire the commitment to the joke. Because I still think that it might actually be the... I know there's also a John Wick 3. I think they might actually be making, like, John Wick 4 and not telling anybody. And then halfway through Destination Wedding, things are going to change. You know, there's going to be a marked tonal shift. And it's going to be the bravest move in film marketing ever. Next to letting Joel Schumacher direct 2 Batman movies. Anyway. We actually now, we've subverted the ability to lose on this run. Like, we're no longer in a situation where Tiny Planet is even bad. It's exclusively good. I guess, I was trying to think, I was like, man, this room, there's no way to attack them. Have you considered that Isaac can attack horizontally and vertically? It's got 360-degree range of motion. Like your mother's lumbar pillow that she uses for sleeping. Wink, wink. Health up. I don't think we need it at this point. We're gonna get one more deal with the devil. You know, we're thrashing... like Skateboard Magazine co-opted by the hipster generation, myself included. Hey man, I'm a skateboarder. I'm named Bam Margera in Tony Hawk's Underground. Don't talk about things you don't understand. I am not going to fight Hush, because I do not like the Hush fight, and it has nothing to do with the fact that the Roundtable podcast starts in 23 minutes. It is unrelated to my impending deadline to my colleagues and friends. I promise you that. We're one guppy item away. I want a red chest. Okay, well. So far, so good. I want a red chest, and I want to teleport to the deal with the devil. And I don't want you to give me a deal with the devil. I want to pay for it. I want to pay for it with the items you've given me, but still, you know. I'm okay with spending far below its intended value to get the best transformation in the game, and also one of the more readily available transformations in the game. What do you think? I think Guppy honestly shows up more than any other transformation, right? The only one that I think is close, believe it or not, you're gonna think I'm gonna say Spun. I disagree. I actually think it's probably, Yes Mother. Sorry, my mom just walked into the room. I think it's Super Bum. No, I think it's Yes Mother, the mom transformation with the knives on your back. There's a lot of items that have mom in them. You know, she is possessive. Like a noun. Like a nan. But, you know, unlike the mom transformation, the Guppy transformation has the added benefit of actually doing something, so you tend to notice it more. Spun, probably a good case for number 3. I know there's like Beelzebub, Leviathan, Bob transformation, Puberty transformation. I still think you're probably looking at Guppy or Mom. And then in the number 2 slot would be the other one, the one that you didn't pick for number 1. And then probably Spun 3rd? Correct me if I'm wrong. Alright. Well, that's one way to make Death's List actually work for you. We got a good run going here, and all it took was getting one of the best items in the game. But we did have to survive for a while. And honestly, I owe... It's an interesting item. I owe a lot of that survival to the White Pony. So, like, this run, obviously, you know, Brimstone, Incubus, Rotten Baby, even Shoop the Whoop, they're going to get a lot of credit. When Oscar season comes around, don't forget. It's like a movie that came out in January. Everybody's going to forget about it. They're going to be all about that new Michael Keaton, Tom Hanks, Ron Howard hotness. You got to remind them. Green Room. I haven't seen it yet. I heard wonderful things, though. Well, we have 10 lives. Find it highly unlikely we're going to need to use any of them. That's Spun as well. Okay. At this point, you might as well just carry me. I think, I don't know. I may go back to bony runs. I don't know. I'm not like... It's not like I'm disillusioned with the Eden runs. It's just... There's a certain temptation, and I think you guys can probably relate to it, to really enjoy smacking things with your bone. I don't know if you've watched a lot of videos on the internet, but it's one of the most popular genres of media right now, depending on the areas you frequent. And it's satisfying in a video game context as well. Who would have known? I think it's nice to fast track, you know, learning how all the synergies work as the Bone Lord. I could try to spin it as if there's any kind of like strategic benefit, but you know, unless at some point I get kidnapped by somebody who is like a demented Isaac fan and they force me at gunpoint to win runs for their own amusement, I'm not really worried about having a certain base level of proficiency with every character in the game. Or more accurately, I think we've already probably hit that base level of proficiency. I'm concerned with fun now. I'm in like an Isaac working retirement where, you know, I'm working for me now. At least in an Isaac context. No key meta 2 years ago was just a really elaborate test, a way for me to see if I could publish trash and still get an audience, and luckily about 15% of you stuck around. So I know now, those of you that are left, you know, you'll follow this series to the grave. Bone Lord or no Bone Lord, as long as I take keys in greed mode. Which is fair. That was a pretty idiotic meta we tried to force on the world. Alright. Your ashes will scatter to the earth. You will be no more. Dragon Slayer Doppelganger. Couple more attacks. I'm surprised this run is actually going to be done in like a relatively reasonable time frame. Surprised and very thankful. Even though Roundtable is so far away. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.